Strap in and get ready. You're about to experience Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint.
Hello and welcome to Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint. I'm joined by my good buddy Brandon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So each week we're going to break down a question that one of us has, or question or a scenario, or whatever the hell we feel like talking about. And so on today's, when you think of all the times you've been on Facebook, okay, and a Toyota wins,
okay,
and you look at the NASCAR comments, NASCAR fan comments, what do you generally see?
A lot of complaining,
right?
A lot of complaining, a lot of negativity, a lot about how Toyota shouldn't be in NASCAR. I know that there's even within people that I know have strong opinions about Toyotas in NASCAR.
Yeah.
I think it's been a polarizing time.
Manufacturer for sure.
Yes, a polarized manufacturer, certainly. Yes.
So the thing I think of, and I don't know why, this was when I thought of the first episode I'm going to do, I thought of the comment in my head that popped in my head was them cheating Yoders.
Okay. Sure.
And that,
sure.
And it's always that Toyota's cheating and they're paying off NASCAR, whatever. So I kind of obviously we'll never know if they're paying off NASCAR. I'm going to assume not. I would not say they have the majority of the championships.
Sure.
They certainly don't. So I decided to actually break down what manufacturers have been caught cheating the most by year.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool.
So I started with the year Toyota came into the Cup, not the Truck Series, into the Cup. This is totally Cup Series, 2007, and I went through 2019. The reason I stopped at 2019 was because the website I was using to break down stopped kind of recording them after that. So it was kind of harder to do. And I thought that was a good subsection anyways.
Sure.
So with that, this won't take overly long if you're looking to sit down and you're on the John right now with your phone in front of you watching YouTube and watching us, you'll probably be able to get through your poop in time. And you will not have a numb ass after this. So I started with 2000. So some of these years have very few. So I only did points deductions. Okay. Generally, and I went through each penalty and determined whether it was an illegal part or something like that versus behavioral. I don't penalize Toyota for Kurt Busch or for Kyle Busch flipping the NASCAR official off. That's not what we're doing here.
Sure.
So these are just purely points.
Okay.
I thought about doing fines, and that's when I kind of figured out the fines are really just for your actions and not cheating, so to speak. So starting in 2007, so at the end I will have calculated the points in a certain way. We'll break that down when we get there. Starting in 2007, Chevy had the most points deducted by a large margin. At that, okay, they had 350 points deducted versus Dodge at 125, Toyota at 125, and Ford at 75. Okay. And you will start to notice a correlation here that points deducted, so for penalties and cheating, that those manufacturers tend to be faster. Okay. You'll definitely Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Michael Waltrip are all fined or deducted 100 points that year. And just for context, because I remember which one this Michael Waltrip's 100 points was, I believe, the illegal fuel.
Okay, sure.
So we're talking big. You did something bad.
Sure.
It's not a slap on the hand.
Sure.
So that was kind of the first year. The only Matt Kenseth had 50 points taken. Carl Edwards had 25 for Ford. So not a big deal for them. So that's kind of where we're at for there. Chevy, wide margin. I wish I remembered, and I knew it as I was doing this. I was like, I should write down what they did, but then I thought that's way more than I want to do. But yes, and so at this time, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson were for Hendrick. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was still a DEI, so it wasn't something that they did collectively. So it was definitely two different things. 2007 would have been the year before Car of Tomorrow.
I think so. Yes.
I
Yeah, that makes
there are
sense.
going to be some penalties in here, and I'm sorry I didn't write them down, where it was like illegal wing. If you remember, the original ones had the wing.
Sure.
So 2008, Chevy again 450 points, and the next one's Toyota with 150.
Wow.
Like wide margin.
Sure.
And it was who had the majority? Oh, Scott Riggs. Do you remember
Okay.
Scott Riggs?
I do.
Yeah, he was driving the 66 car, and Johnny Sauter in the 70 car. Do you remember what team that was?
60. No, I don't.
Haas CNC.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe it was illegal wing stuff, if I remember
Okay.
correctly. And
Okay.
then Martin Truex Jr., I believe, with 150 also was same deal.
Okay.
And then the only one for Toyota was Brian Vickers when he was in the Red Bull car.
Okay.
With 150 points as well. And then Ryan Newman had 25 points. Slap on the hand. And Carl Edwards with 100. Moving to 2009, at this point, we're fully in Car of Tomorrow.
Okay.
Because remember, the first year it was like short tracks or Car of Tomorrow, then everything else was the better car.
Yeah. It was like a gradual shift to it, right? Yeah.
In 2009, Dodge comes out with 250 points collectively. Now, it's not super fair to Dodge. Carl Long, do you remember Carl Long? Do you remember I would love to do an episode on Carl Long and the saga of this particular penalty.
Sure.
That's a good thing about doing this research. You find other things that you're like, oh, I should talk about that.
Absolutely.
So if you remember, Carl Long's engine was just a skosh big.
Mm-hmm.
And he got fined and point deducted so much that he never came back.
Really? I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow.
So you're allowed to have 358 cubic inch motor, and there's like a 1600th tolerance on the next cubic inch, and he was double that, which was still like 3200ths over.
Okay.
And so 200 point deduction, a huge fine, enough that he couldn't pay it and never came back. So not super fair to Dodge, but that's the name of the game. That is what it is. For all we know, Dodge provided him that engine. I have no idea. And then, Kyle Busch, his first year in the 18 car, 25 points. Now, and also, so 2007, 8, 9, all won by Jimmy Johnson. Right?
Yes.
Yep. So at no point is this affecting. I started to look that up. Did these points ever affect the championship? And no.
Sure.
Never that I saw. 2010, Chevy comes back with 300 points deducted for the most. Toyota with 150, Ford with 150, and Dodge with 0. Dodge was no longer cheating after giving Carl Long too big of an engine. 2011, the only points deducted was for Kyle Busch and the Toyota with 6 points. So at this point, I think they changed the point system where it was a point per position. So he's the only one. Only cheating that got caught.
Wow.
Obviously, we don't know how much they're paying off NASCAR. 2012, Chevy comes back as the only team to get fined or points deducted with 50, 25 for Tony Stewart, 25 for Paul Menard. So 2 years there were not much happened, really. None of those are significant. And I don't know why they went to 25 points. And there were one of the years they said, 6 points was equivalent to 25, 12 was equivalent to 50. And then, I made sure they all made sense.
Sure.
In 2013, Ford led the way with 56 points deducted, and Toyota with 18 points deducted. And Chevy, at this point, 2013, Dodge is out. 2012, they won the championship with Brad Keselowski, and Scoot boogied out. And coming back next year, sort of, with Ram.
Sure.
2013, though, Ford with the most. That's the year that Joey Logano joined Penske.
Okay.
And he had 25 points deducted, as well as Brad Keselowski, who would have been the only two teams with Penske at that time. They didn't have the 12 car yet. I don't believe.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah,
They brought it back for Ryan Blaney.
Yes, they did. Yeah, after Ryan Newman
Ryan Newman
leaves,
stopped.
and then, yep, that's right.
Right, because then they went to the 22. And then in 2014, the only points deducted was Kurt Busch and the number 41 car with 10. So boring. Nobody's even trying to cheat. 2015, Chevy again leads it with 85 points deducted. Toyota comes up with 25 points deducted. Ford doesn't even try. And I say that because in the next two, you're going to see Ford kind of dip down.
Okay.
And I was trying to think of like, okay, when did Roush really start to suck?
Mm-hmm.
Probably around that time. Ford and Roush was Ford's premier team for a long time. Probably until Penske came back. But not even trying. 2016 Chevy again leads 110 points deducted. Pretty much my entire list. There's a lot of points deducted. Most of them were Chevy. And then Toyota with 25, Ford with 15. 2017, Ford leads. But what happened in 2017, Brandon? Why would Ford lead that year? Yeah, you're not going to guess.
No.
Stewart-Haas moved to Ford.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So they cheated a couple times and got caught. So that's why they led. Chevy and Toyota tied at 50 each.
Okay.
2018, Ford leads again and again, primarily led by Stewart-Haas.
Sure.
Because they were trying and the other ones weren't. Actually, looking at it now, all Stewart-Haas. Penske, Roush, not cheating.
And I wonder how much of the earlier Chevy numbers were Hendrick.
Good clue. Almost all of it.
Yeah, I believe
it. Because when I was doing this, I was like, "Oh, I could do a future episode where I break this down by team," and I'm like, "It's all Hendrick,
sure,
Hendrick,
sure,
pretty much, pretty much." There's the oddball. RCR gets in there a few times.
Sure,
it doesn't help because they're still not fast, but definitely Hendrick.
Yeah, after Harvick left, RCR was never the same. I mean, I don't think they've ever recovered from that. And even though they have the great Austin Dillon as a driver, just a great driver. I think he's I don't think he's overrated. I don't think he's a hack. I don't think he's just driving with granddaddy's money. I think he's just the best. I freaking love Austin Dillon.
I've heard that.
I just want that on record.
Yeah. I've heard that about you. Huge Austin Dillon fan.
Yes.
Definitely representing the number 3 the best way possible.
I love that he drives the number 3 car. Absolutely. I think that isn't disrespectful to Dale Sr. at all.
Not in the slightest.
No,
not in the slightest.
No.
And as wasn't a huge Dale Sr. fan, I completely agree with your sentiment that he was the best to follow up the number 3 with.
It's a legacy. It's a legacy for that number. Yeah.
100%. So that year, 2018, Ford led with 80 points deducted, followed by Chevy with 65 and Toyota with 20. And then 2019, speaking of which, the last year I have, the only person to have points deducted, Austin Dillon.
There we go. Okay. I mean, they knew he was great and they were trying to keep him down.
That's
why I see it.
That's right. I think Toyota at that year probably paid them to knock Dillon down.
They saw he was getting too close to he was going to be maybe in the top 20 in points that year, and they couldn't have that.
But no, we can't have that. It knocks a Toyota driver out. So that's all the year. So here's what I did. And I was going to do a great presentation, but I got lazy and busy. What I did was, I did it 4 points for most points taken that year. 3 for the second most, 2 for the third most, 1, whatever. And if you had no points deducted, you got no points. Okay. So if you were 4th or 3rd with 0 points taken, you got 0 points. Okay. So I didn't penalize you for doing no cheating.
Sure.
Okay. So in 4th with 8 points, but if we stretch them out all as if they raced all the years, was Dodge with 8/16 points. 8 points what they actually accrued, 16 if I took the average and ran it out. Okay, so least cheating team was Dodge. I would stress probably because they had the least amount of money. In third place, Ford. Even though they had a couple of years in there with Stewart-Haas. And maybe that going, because I don't know, Stewart-Haas was cheating a lot. And they got slow, and then they stopped cheating. With 20 points. 20 points for Ford, third place. Now, drum roll. Okay? Because now we're going to find out, are them Yoders cheat?
Sure.
The most? Answer is no. Toyota comes in second with 29 points. And then, with a wide margin win, is Chevy with 38 points.
So all you Yoda haters, shut your cake holes. That's
in
what
this
Clint's
case,
trying to say to you
unless,
right now. I'll speak for Clint. Shut your cake holes.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was saying. Now, again, I don't know that Toyota's not paying them off. They're not paying them off very well.
Sure.
They're still getting hit.
Sure.
Chevy clearly needs to dole out some money to stop some of the cheating.
Sure.
Stop them from fighting the cheating. But that's, I wanted it to be fact-based. I think you and I both agree that facts matter.
Yes.
Right? I think whatever Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson did in 2007 was a big deal. And I don't have it on me. Michael Waltrip with fake fuel or bad jet fuel. I think it was jet fuel.
I think it was jet fuel.
Obviously a big deal. Was probably, and then whatever, not Stewart, it wasn't even Stewart-Haas yet. Haas CNC did with Scott Riggs and Johnny Sauter. They obviously crushed their careers. They were on a trajectory like that.
Scott Riggs, I think, had a chance to be better than Austin Dillon.
Okay. All right. We don't need to just slander the poor guy right here on episode 2. Obviously it's true, but Johnny Sauter did go on to, I think, win a Truck Series championship for Thor Sport.
Never heard of him.
Johnny, sorry, a nobody. And with that, what a way to end the second episode. Thanks again, Brandon.
Absolutely.
And,
always
we'll
a
see you
pleasure.
guys next week.
See you next time, guys.
Thanks for listening to Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Have a suggestion? Leave a comment down below. The boys would be happy to hear from you. Until next time, have a great week.